So Jimmy G back. This shit crazy, bro. All this time, all this talk, all this speculation, all this everything, man. You know, and Snax on Sports, man. I'm back with another one. You know what I'm saying? Jimmy G is back. I don't even know where I want to go with this one, bro, because it's like I'm happy, but then again, I'm shocked. But then again, should I be mad at somebody? Should I be mad at Kyle Shanahan? What kind of position do this put Trey Lance in? What do it say about him? I mean, this shit's just weird, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm on a little bike ride earlier today. You know what I mean? Getting my little cardio in. You hear me? Look at my phone, see breaking news. I see a picture of Jimmy G. I'm like, okay, so they finally traded him or released him. Let me see what they talking about. It say Jimmy G and the 49ers have agreed to reconstruct his contract for him to stay on the team this year. So basically, they reconstructed his contract. He was supposed to get $29 million. Obviously, they didn't want to pay him that because they weren't supposed to be moving forward with him. But he stayed on a roster, and then they probably thought, well, it might be cool to keep him, but they didn't want to keep him at $29 million. So both sides kind of get what they want in a sense. The 49ers don't have to pay Jimmy G $29 million this year, or $24 million, whatever it was, 24 or 29 million this year for his services. But he is the highest paid backup now, because he will be the backup to Trey Lance now. That's a whole different. It just this shit just opened up a whole new can of worms, man. So the 49ers don't got to pay that full contract. You know what I'm saying? And even though Jimmy G is still the highest paid backup, and also Jimmy G got some language in the contract where there's a no trade clause, and there's a no tag clause. So they can't tag him and try to keep him again for next year and all that shit, try to hold him hostage and all that other shit. They can't franchise tag him. And also, they can't trade him. Now, they can trade him, but they can't trade him without his consent. You know what I'm saying? If they find a trade partner for him, he can say, nah, I ain't trying to go over there. You know what I mean? And then what happens is, at the end of this season, once this season concludes, then he will be free to go to any team. He'll be a free agent. So it also puts him in a position to be able to, still have some leverage, some, you know what I mean? Because even though he's essentially been demoted, you know what I mean? It's crazy. A quarterback with a 33-14 win and loss record. Led a team to a Super Bowl and to an NFC Championship appearance, but he loses his job after the season when the team was 1 minute, 1 or 2 minutes, a play or two from going back to the Super Bowl. But yeah, this is who they decided to demote. You know what I'm saying? So they demote him, and even though he's been demoted, it kind of puts him in now he's going to be not him per se, but just by the fact that he's on a roster, it's like he's going to be always seeping over Trey Lance's shoulders now. So now Trey Lance can't fuck up. Now I'm sure Kyle Shanahan has made it clear that this is Trey Lance's team now, and he got all the leash and the rope, you know what I'm saying, to be able to fuck up, you know what I mean? But I mean, this is a Super Bowl caliber roster, bro. Okay, this is for one, we was in an NFC Championship last year. Every year at the beginning of the season, the NFL does a top 100 list. And shout out to my favorite player, Tom Brady, for at 45 years old, being voted by his peers as the best player in the league, the number one player in the league at 45 years old. This is unprecedented. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm using them type of words, fam. Off motherfucking top. You know what I'm talking about? But Tom Brady came out number one on this list. When they first did this, when they first started doing a top 100 list, it was 2011. The very first year, he was voted number one. 11 years later, at the age of 45, with basically a whole new generation of players in the league, this nigga is still the number one player in the league. Just stop it, bro. This man is the GOAT, bro. Like, it's not even, what are we talking about? But anyway, let me get back to my point. The NFL does a top 100 list every year at the beginning of the year to christen the season and let everybody know who the best players is in the league and all that. So out of the top 100 players in the league, okay, if you make it to be one of the top 100 players in the league, you's a good motherfucking football player. You know what I'm saying? It's 53 players on every team. I mean, you got 30 teams, 32 teams or something like that. I think it's 30 teams. So that's what's 30 times 53? Let's find out. What's 30? I'm gonna take you niggas to school real quick. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. Yeah, we take you bitch ass niggas to school, man. 30 teams times a 53-man roster. That's 15. That's 1,500 motherfucking players. 1,590 to be exact. 1,590 players. You know what I'm saying? 1,590 players in the league. So if you make it to the top 100, what's the percentage of, how do I phrase this? Out of 1,590 players, what percentage equals to 100 players? Let's find that out. Let's see here. Let's find that out. 90. That is 6%. You know what I mean?
I am so sorry to believe I forgot to drop you off. You're always attention. Let's make sure you're all right.
I'm not sure if I'm doing the math on that right, but I want to say that's 6% of the league. You know, I'm not sure I'm doing the math on that right. So forgive me on that. Math was never my motherfucking strong suit, bitch. You know what I mean? If it ain't adding and subtracting and multiplying and division, you know what I'm talking about? I could find the answer to that, but I'm just not, you know what I'm saying? I'm smoking this weed, so yeah, kids, stay in school. You feel me? So let me see something real quick. So basically, that's 6% of the league makes it to the top 100 list. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Or is it? Or is it 15? Whatever. Anyway, it's 100 players is a certain percentage of 1590. You know what I'm saying? I want to say 15%. Now, it's either 6 or it's 15. It's one of the two. You know what I'm saying? Y'all do the math on that. But anyway, my point being that the 49ers had, out of that top 100, so out of the top 100 players, out of that 1590 total players, okay, the 49ers have 8 players to make the top 100. So that means 8%. Now this one I know for a fact. I ain't got to do the math on this one. I know off the top of my motherfucking head. You know what I'm saying? Because it's 100, so it's 100%. You hear me? 100. So 100 players. So 8 players out of 100. That's 8%. That's easy. You know what I'm saying? You some dumb motherfuckers if you don't know that one. You feel me? 8 of the top 100 players on that list are San Francisco 49ers. So that means 8% of the top 100 is on our team. 8% of the best players in the league. We have 8% of the best players in the league. Okay. That's a good portion right there. You feel me? So that means this is a good team right here, right? So if this man happens to not Trey Lance, if this man happens to not, play up to par, up to where everybody been gassing this nigga up for the past, year since he been drafted. Now that it's time for the nigga to play. Now I'm hearing a lot of, suspectness. You know what I mean? And a lot of them, well, maybe they should have kept Jimmy G. Now they is keeping Jimmy G. You feel me? What's going on, OG? Yeah. So yeah, if I'm saying that to say, this is a Super Bowl caliber team. So if Trey Lance don't hold up his end of the bargain, so now Jimmy G gonna be right there over his shoulder now. You know what I'm saying? So I don't see. I was saying that because I said that Kyle Shanahan is gonna give Trey Lance curly head ass some a lot of leash and rope. You know what I mean? To be a young quarterback, a second-year quarterback, essentially a rookie quarterback, and have some growing pains, and learn. But how long will that rope be? Because, I mean, this is a team, like I said, they ready to win right motherfucking now. And so you choose to keep. So this is supposed to be the Trey Lance era now. So you don't get rid of Jimmy G. You choose to keep him now and have him lingering over Trey Lance's shoulder. So now this young player that knows now you that's more pressure on him. You know what I'm saying? To where now he gonna have to he feel like he gonna have to live up to what Jimmy G did. To where Jimmy G wasn't on the roster. Now I'm a Jimmy G dude. You know what I mean? I'm in favor of keeping Jimmy G. I just wanted Jimmy G to continue to start. And Trey Lance, this is his second year. Let him come off the bench again. He's a young player. You know what I'm saying? But maybe this was the Niners plan all along. You know what I'm saying? They really always wanted to go with Trey Lance. You know what I'm saying? And so they just use this as a, you know what I mean? Whatever. So, but yeah, man, just keeping Jimmy G, man, keeping Jimmy Garoppolo. Ain't no pressure on Jimmy G now. I mean, it ain't been no pressure on him to begin with, even all these years. You know what I'm saying? Ain't been no pressure on him. But it's definitely ain't no pressure now. He's a backup now. He in a good position. He get paid, $6 million, and his contract he get incentives, so it can possibly go up to 16 or 17 million if he hit on all them bonuses and all that shit. But at the floor, you know what I mean, at the basement level, he gonna get $6-7 million this year as a backup quarterback, which is the highest paid backup quarterback in the league, I believe, in NFL history. You know what I'm saying? Don't quote me on the NFL history one, but it might be true. I'm not sure. But so ain't no pressure on Jimmy G. He just sit back, play the little role like he helping Trey Lance. Yeah, let me help this nigga with you whoop and be in the playbook with him when he come off the field. Hey, this is what I'm saying. This where you could be better. Help him out. He can do all that bullshit. He gonna play the role and act like he helping him. In the back of his mind, he like, hey, not that he, because it's all the same team. We all just want to win. You know what I'm saying? But in the back of my mind, he like, hey, it's nothing against, and I know for him, because it wouldn't, for me too, it wouldn't be nothing against Trey Lance. It's nothing against you, young brother. You know what I'm saying? They drafted you. This, you know what I mean? So it's nothing against you. But if you happen to fuck up or get hurt and I get in, I'm finna ball the fuck out, you know what I mean, to show these punk ass motherfucking Kyle Shanahan and the front office or whoever the fuck wanted to move on from me that you got a motherfucking problem, bitch. You know what I'm saying? You should have just let me go because I'm not getting off the motherfucking field now. You know what I mean? I'm finna ball the fuck out. I'm finna ball the fuck out when I get my motherfucking chance to get back in this motherfucker. So, hey, if you gonna bench me again, you gonna bench a nigga that's gonna go like 22 for 30 for damn near 300 yards and 3 touchdowns, bitch. You know what I'm saying? And then niggas gonna be like, well, shit, man, they might as well just keep Jimmy G up in there now. After all that talking and all that woofing and gassing this nigga Trey Lance up over the past year. You know what I'm saying? Now you niggas want to keep Jimmy G up in there. I've been saying that. You know what I'm saying? Trey Lance is a young player. Let him sit on the bench and come off the motherfucking bench. You know what I'm saying? And continue to learn for another year. But, hey, that's Kyle Shanahan. This is what he want to do. So, but I just think that keeping Jimmy G, like I said, I'm happy because he's still on the team. That's my nigga. You know what I mean? So we essentially got 2 starting quarterbacks. That's basically what the fuck going on. I mean, yeah, he got demoted, but we essentially got 2 starting quarterbacks. And, you know what I'm saying, we going to see what Trey Lance going to do. But Jimmy G ain't got no pressure on him. He sit back, you know what I mean? Act like he helping this nigga out, wait for this nigga to fuck up and get hurt, get up in there, ball out, keep the job, and go on win a motherfucking Super Bowl. And then, Kyle Shanahan, you going to have some motherfucking decisions to make, bitch. You know what I'm saying? This is like the motherfucker that's playing that I think that's overplaying his cards or his hand or whatever the fuck, you know what I'm saying, is Kyle Shanahan. Because if you gonna move on to Trey Lance, you might as well just get rid of Jimmy G, bro. Now, 49ers do got history of this type of situation. Joe Montana and Steve Young. When Steve Young was coming up, you know what I mean? It was, the little back and forth, whatever, Bill Walsh, you know what I mean? But so you had that situation. Then you had the Colin Kaepernick, Alex Smith situation, you know what I mean? Where they was, back and forth and, you know what I'm saying? And then now you got Jimmy G and Trey Lance. So the 49ers ain't, new to the whole, you know what I mean, quarterback shuffle, you know what I'm talking about? But Trey Lance just Kyle Shanahan just put, you just put a little bit more pressure on him now. I know the players in the locker room is happy at the same time, you know what I'm saying? But, hey, I'm telling you, now Trey Lance can't fuck up. He can't fuck up. You know what I'm saying? Like, he gotta ball out. You see what I'm saying? Because if he don't ball out, it's just what's gonna happen. And that is the fans, especially motherfucker like my damn self. I'm a Jimmy G guy. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be clamoring from Jimmy G because I already know what the fuck he can do. We was just in the NFC Championship game last year. We was just in the NFC Championship game in January. We was just right there. You know what I'm saying? So I already know what he can do. So, the fans gonna start clamoring for him. You know what I mean? If Trey Lance fucking up, the media gonna start talking about it. They already gonna start talking about it now from day one now. This is gonna be a topic for the whole season. Kyle Shanahan might fucking derail the whole fucking season just by keeping Jimmy G. You should have kept him from begin with, but what you should have did, bitch ass nigga, was continue to let him be the starter and let Trey Lance come off the bench again this year and just let him sit for another year. He's a young player. Ain't nothing wrong with that nigga sitting for one more year. Aaron Rodgers sat for 3 years. You know what I'm saying? A lot of players sat. Tom Brady sat for a year. You know what I'm saying? So there's nothing wrong with if he sat for the. So that's what you should have did. You know what I'm saying? Just kept Jimmy G to begin with. And then move off of Jimmy G this upcoming offseason like you gonna do. But now you done flip-flop the shit. You got these niggas doing musical chairs. No, you start. No, you start. No, you start. You know what I'm saying? To where now, the way you did it, it put pressure on to Trey Lance. To where if you would have did it the way I just explained, the way I said did it, it wouldn't have been no pressure on him. Because he still would have been the backup this year. Jimmy G would still be the nigga. And then, bam, Jimmy G come off the books this year. Boom. You know what I'm saying? Let that nigga go, you know what I mean? Go his separate ways and then start the Trey Young era next season. You know what I'm saying? But you strip Jimmy G of his job after taking us to the Super Bowl and an NFC Championship, give it to Trey Lance, act like you're going to trade Jimmy G or release him, then at the last minute say, oh, we restructuring his contract, he gonna stay, but he gonna back up Trey Lance, which now has motherfuckers like, oh, well, so now that make motherfuckers think about, I'm already hearing it. Well, what did that mean about Trey? Are they not confident in Trey Lance? Is it something that he's showing that's not? I already been saying, like, it's like he a young player, bro. He inexperienced. So the nigga not just gonna come through this year and we just gonna go right back to the NFC Championship and the Super Bowl and it's just gonna be good. I would hope that's, you know what I mean? That's some Patrick Mahomes type of shit. He not Patrick Mahomes, brother. He not Patrick Mahomes. And that's what these motherfuckers is hoping and wishing, but it's not it. He not it. He not that. You know what I mean? So you feel me? Yeah, nah, they, you know what I'm saying? Kyle Shanahan, you damn near gonna derail this season because if this nigga fuck up, it's gonna even be some players in the locker room that's gonna be like, yeah, go Jimmy up in there, man. Get Jimmy up in there. This young nigga ain't ready yet, man. Go on, get Jimmy up in there, bruh. You know what I'm talking about? So, and that could have all been eradicated and done with if you just let Jimmy go, you know what I'm saying, and fully turn it over to Trey Lance. But this got motherfuckers thinking, hey, they must be seeing something in Trey Lance that they not quite telling us. You know what I'm saying? What you know, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? Otherwise, well, why you gonna keep Jimmy G? Because everybody know that's gonna cause more pressure. That's gonna bring more pressure. That's gonna put more pressure on Trey Lance. Everybody know that, dog.
Thanks so much, Chloe. This is great. We want to see what's going on elsewhere on the card.
What's good with it though, man? You know, I'm just letting it be known, man, about this, you know what I'm saying, giving my little spiel on this little Trey Lance or this little Jimmy G news, you know what I'm saying, Jimmy G in that good building still, you know what I'm saying? What's going on in Australia, man? You know what I'm saying? What's going on in Australia? You know what I'm saying? I'm tapping in the Bay Area, California right now, talking about these San Francisco 49ers. You know what I'm saying? Football season is upon us. Share the live though, you know what I mean? Off top, okay, wintertime, wow. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we smack dab in the middle of the summer now, where I'm at. Share the live though, man. And you know what I'm saying? Give me a like or whatnot. But yeah, man, Niners all day. You know, you already know what it is. Niner gang. Don't bang on every damn thing. You know it's Niner gang. You know what I mean? Shout out to you, man. Shout out to you for having love, you know what I'm saying, for the Bay Area. Off top. You know it's love. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to Australia. All my people out there in Australia, you know what I'm saying, that's tapped in with the Niners. You know what I'm saying? For sure. Oh man, thank you. Much love, man. Thank you. Get the word out there about my channel, man. I'm just trying to spread it, you know what I mean, and give people my perspective and try to be opposition to American sports media and all they false narratives that they be trying to, you know what I mean? That they be trying to drill in people's head. You know. So it's winter time out there in Australia, huh? Yeah, it's gonna be winter here pretty soon too. But yeah, man, what you think about that? What you think about the Jimmy G Trey Lance situation or the Jimmy G news, or you know what I mean? What you think about that? Okay, what's my thoughts on them keeping Jimmy G? Yeah. So, like I said, man, yeah. Hey, I just got through saying that. If you go back, you know what I mean, and if you run this live back a little bit, you know what I'm saying. But now we live though, so. But I just got through saying that though. It kind of show a little doubt in Trey Lance, because why would they keep Jimmy G, knowing that by keeping Jimmy G as a backup, that's gonna put more pressure on Trey Lance. You know what I'm saying? Even if they say, now somebody could say, okay, well, they probably assured Trey Lance and told Jimmy G and told the whole team and assured the whole team that this is Trey Lance's team. So Kyle Shanahan gonna give Trey Lance some rope, you know what I'm saying? And so, you know, he gonna give him a little leash to be able to, you know, fuck up and have some growing pains and shit. But it's like, my whole thing is, how long is that rope gonna be? Because this team is they Super Bowl ready right now. So if they, you know what I mean, if they start 2-4 or some shit, hey, everybody gonna be like, man, throw Jimmy G up in there. Because I never said Jimmy G was the best quarterback in the world, but I'm all about winning. Fuck stats. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck about stats. I'm all about winning. And Jimmy G record as a starting quarterback with the 49ers is 33-14. We done been to a Super Bowl, been to an NFC Championship just last year. Man, the first 4 or 5 games, crucial. You know what I'm saying? It's a must. I say, them first 4 games, because that's how I always judge it. You know what I'm saying? In any league that I'm following, particularly the NBA and the NFL, right? So 4 games, that's basically a quarter of the season. You know what I'm saying? Of the NFL season. So 4 games is enough for me to judge and say, okay, this what this team is, this what I see. You know what I'm saying? So I say, man, out of them first 4 games, they at least got to be 3-1. They got to be. You know what I mean? At least, 2-2 is okay. You know what I mean? I'm not, depending on how, if they was 2-2, depending on how them 2 losses came. But, you know what I mean? 2-2, but 1-3 or 0-4 ain't acceptable. You know what I'm saying? Because I just got through saying another thing, too, which is the Niners have 8 players. I don't know if you're familiar with the NFL top 100 list. You know what I'm saying? That they do every year at the beginning of the year. The Niners have 8 players on that top 100 list. 8. So that means 8% of the top 100 are San Francisco 49ers players. That's a Super Bowl caliber team right there. Jimmy Ward is in that bitch. Our fullback Juszczyk is in that bitch. Kittles is up in there. Debo is up in there. And this who else am I missing? Warner is up in there. Who else up in there? It's 3 more because I seen it. I'm just Trent Williams. You know what I'm saying? That's 6, and then it's 2 more. It's 2 more, bro. Because I seen it. I watched it with my neighbor. You feel me? I watched it with my neighbor for sure. And we had talked about that. But it's 2 more players that I'm not even thinking about, man. One of them might be the fucking kicker. I'm not sure. But it's two more, man. Damn. But yeah, anyway, it's 8 players. It's 8 for sure. 8 for sure. I can't remember who Bosa. Motherfucking Bosa. That's 7. How the fuck I forget him? You know what I'm saying? Bosa is number 7, and then it's one more. It's one more player. No. I'm not. Nope. I'm not even gonna blame Trey Lance. No, because it's not Trey Lance, right? Because my thing is like this. You right. You 1,000% right. Kyle Shanahan is the one making a decision. What I would have did if I was Kyle Shanahan, right? I would have continued. Like I would have still came back this year with Jimmy G as the starter, and still with this being his last year, okay, with the Niners. He would be the starter, and Trey Lance would still be the backup in his second year. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't see any harm in having him, be a backup for another year. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, Aaron Rodgers, he sat for 3 years behind. And obviously, that's Brett Favre. I'm not saying Jimmy G is Brett Favre, but I'm just saying it's a similar dynamic kind of. But Trey Lance is a young player. It would have been no problem for him to sit behind Jimmy G for one more year. Then at the end of this year, Jimmy G go, do his thing, go his separate ways, and we turn the franchise over to Trey Lance that way. But you know what I'm saying? Doing it this way, it put more pressure on Trey Lance. You know what I'm saying? It just do. He got to perform now, because if he don't perform, everybody gonna be talking about, hey, put Jimmy G up in there. Everybody gonna be saying, put Jimmy G up in there. So I don't know why Kyle Shanahan would do this. You know what I'm saying? Now, it is just 1 year. It is, but yeah, man, I see it as clear as day. That's exactly what the fuck gonna happen, because this was my whole thing with this whole Jimmy G Trey Lance situation to begin with, right? Because out here in the Bay Area, you feel me? I'm listening to sports talk radio every day. Like, these people call into the radio station, they don't be knowing shit. Like, I'm not trying to, but they don't be knowing nothing what the fuck they be talking about, man. You know what I'm saying? They just repeat what they hear guys on TV or on the radio say, and then they say the same things. You know what I'm saying? And so, everybody last year was just shitting on Jimmy G, just shitting on him. It don't matter what happens, he make all these big throws and at the most crucial crunch time moments of games that we have to have wins, and he comes through. Yeah, he has some bonehead interceptions sometimes, but the good of Jimmy G far outweighs the bad. I mean, his record was 33-14. So I would say his good outweighs the bad. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm always like, I don't understand. My only thing with Jimmy G was okay, if somebody want to say injuries, if somebody want to say, okay, damn, man, Jimmy G, man, he injury prone, he always hurt. I give you that. I'll give you injuries. But the whole talk about he can't make the throws and he ain't this. Man, Jimmy G can make whatever throw. I'm not saying he the greatest quarterback of all time or some elite quarterback. I'm saying that, like, I mean, what more do he got to do to show that, I mean, he can get the job done. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I watch. I'm a 49er fan. Die hard. I was born into this shit. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't watch every game where Jimmy G played. You know what I'm saying? I done seen him make some questionable throws, but I done seen him make some throws that we had to have in big games. You know what I'm saying? In moments. So My thing always been like, I don't. So that's what it was last year. They just shitting on Jimmy G. Though I was during the NFC Championship game. You know what I'm saying? I'm watching the game. I'm with family. We watching the game, and you know what I mean. Some family and friends. Every time something go on in a game, where you know what I'm saying. It's an incompletion by Jimmy G or something. Everybody, you know what I mean, watching the game. Man, put Trey Lance up in there. Like, that's not gonna solve the problem. Trey Lance ain't finna get up in there and all of a sudden, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's fantasy shit. You know what I'm saying? So now, as this time, as it's getting closer, and it's time to show and prove. I'm starting to hear some man, listen, Packers fans, not even just Packers fans, like fans in general. It's like, man, Aaron Rodgers, it's like, I'm about winning, bro. Like, straight up. I know he did win that one Super Bowl, so you can't take that away from him. But to be the caliber player that he's supposed to be, he's supposed to beat the 49ers last year. I didn't expect us to win that game last year in Green Bay. I didn't expect that at all. Man, that was a great game. When they got that punt, when we got that punt block, woo-wee, the whole house went crazy. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that was a great game. But I didn't expect us to win that game. But the performance that Aaron Rodgers had, I'm not surprised. He's done that many times. He did it just the year before against Tom Brady in the NFC Championship. You know what I'm saying? Like, but then again, that's Tom Brady. Tom Brady ain't gonna buck up in the clutch. It's just not gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? You got to really motherfucking beat Tom Brady if you gonna beat Brady. You got to beat him. Nah. He ain't gonna let you just You know what I'm saying? But these other quarterbacks, they not like that. You know what I'm saying? So I think over these past few years, they have overrated Aaron Rodgers. Now, he's had off the charts regular seasons. You know what I'm saying? Like, I give him that, but you got to follow up them dope regular seasons. You got to follow up them all-time regular season numbers with at least some Super Bowl appearances. He ain't even got to the damn Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. But I'd rather have. Yeah, I'd rather have. I'm satisfied with it. Now, I always said if we could get somebody better than Jimmy G, that was my whole thing. It's like, okay, y'all talk all this shit about Jimmy G, but if we can get a quarterback that's better than him, okay, cool. But I'm just listening to these fans on the radio. I'm like, man, y'all don't understand. Good, solid NFL quarterbacks don't just grow on trees. When you got a quarterback, like, that's why all these quarterbacks that's not even, you got Kyler Murray. I'm not saying he's a bad quarterback. Obviously, he's a good quarterback, but he ain't no top tier quarterback like that. But you got to pay him, though, because he's good enough to where if you let him go, what you gonna have then? Then you searching for you searching for a whole new franchise quarterback again. So that's just an example that you know what I'm saying. But Jimmy G, you know what I'm saying, is like when you got somebody like that, a quarterback like that, you know what I'm saying, I just feel like we didn't treat him good here, man. We just didn't treat him good here. The fans didn't, you know what I'm saying? And he deserved much better than, because without Jimmy G, because they always want to, it's Kyle Shanahan in the defense. That's what, blah, blah, blah. Like, without Jimmy G on his team, we don't go to the Super Bowl. We don't get to the NFC Championship. Like last year, Jimmy G Jimmy G beat Cincinnati okay, in overtime in Cincinnati in a game we had to have to continue our the possibility of us making the playoffs last year, because we did have a skid in the middle of the season where we lost 4 games in a row. You know what I'm saying? And we ended up being 3-5, because I think, if I'm not mistaken, we started 3-1. But they forget in week 2. They forget in week two. In week 2 of last year, you know, in week. Yeah, nah. And that's the sad part about it, is because I already seen that coming. You know what I'm saying? Already seen that coming. Just like you said, the fans ain't gonna be happy. The same fans that's not gonna be happy is the same fans that's trying to ship Jimmy G up out of here. Them is the fans I can't stand. Them is the ones I can't stand, because it's the same. It's like, you gotta be willing to accept something. Like, only one team can win the championship every year. It's going to be in every sport. Only one team can win it. So, I mean, you got to understand where you at, and that you got to continue to keep building upon it. You can't keep building upon it by changing and switching shit every fucking year just because you don't win a championship. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you close, you got to continue to, you know what I mean, maybe shake things up a little bit, but not none of the core shit like head coaches or quarterbacks or shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And then, okay, maybe after a few years, if you done tried and it ain't worked, okay, then shake some shit up. You know what I'm saying? But I don't feel like we've this Niners team, I don't feel like we've reached our peak with Jimmy G. I think it's a premature, you know, I think they're prematurely getting rid of him, you know what I mean, and pushing him to the side. You know what I mean? That's just, you know what I mean? That's just me. I felt the same way about Jim Harbaugh. You know what I mean? I'm still mad off that. You know what I mean? We should have never got rid of Coach Harbaugh. Like, what the fuck was that shit about? You know what I'm saying? Prematurely got rid of him. So, you feel me? Yeah, but it ain't about for me. Sometimes it can come across like that, but ain't because I'm at the end of the day, I'm a Niners fan. You know what I'm saying? So I'm rooting for Trey Lance as the quarterback of my team. So, and for people that for like, you know what I mean? For those that don't know, I was opposed of the Colin Kaepernick move back in the day. You know what I'm saying? When Jim Harbaugh switched to Colin Kaepernick from Alex Smith, I'm like, come on, what is we doing? Because I'm a loyal type dude. You know what I'm saying? And I felt like, man, I felt like Alex Smith had went through so many tough times in the early part of his career. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, definitely Tom Michelle. You know what I'm saying? Alex Smith had went through so many tough times at the beginning of his career and he was, you know what I mean, known as a bust and all that. And then Jim Harbaugh came through and finally, you know, helped him get his career on track to where he turned into a serviceable quarterback. You know what I'm saying? So for that to happen, and then to immediately go to, you know what I'm saying, go to Colin Kaepernick that next year, I'm like, man. But I immediately jumped on board because, man, what Alex Smith did at Candlestick Park against the New Orleans Saints that game, like, that shit was, man, I'll never forget that. That shit was crazy. You know what I'm saying? That whole game was just like off the motherfucking chains, man. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. So, but yeah, with Colin Kaepernick, that was 2011. That was 2011 because that was Jim Harbaugh. I'll never forget it because it was Jim Harbaugh's first year. We got Jim Harbaugh in 2011. As soon as we got Jim Harbaugh, he took the same exact team. Yeah, he took the same exact team that was the year before when we had Mike Singletary as head coach. And I forget what our record was the year before, but in the previous years, I mean, we was just straight trash. But we had the players in place, the roster was in place. We just needed the right coach. So they hired Jim Harbaugh. He came in. We immediately went to the NFC Championship. And then that's the game where we played in the NFC Championship. We played against the New York Giants and lost to them in overtime when we had Kyle Williams and he fumbled the ball. He fumbled a punt return in Giants territory. It was his second fumble of the fucking game and shit. And yeah, it was just all bad because we was getting ready to go to the Super Bowl. And yeah, it was all derailed by Butterfingers. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. And then that next year we go to the Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? And that was a Super Bowl against the Ravens where the lights got cut off in the third quarter or whatever, you know what I'm saying? And we was down, I think, 28-3 or something, and we ended up coming back, and then we lost in the end, you know what I mean? And then that next year, we went back to the NFC Championship. So 2011 NFC Championship, 2012 Super Bowl appearance, 2013 NFC Championship appearance against the Seattle Seahawks. Lost it at the very end. And then that next year, which was his last year, we went 8-8 because the whole year was in turmoil about is Jim Harbaugh going to leave? I couldn't even believe that it was even me. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Why is we talking about getting rid of Jim Harbaugh? This motherfucker's a genius. What the fuck? Like, but hey, the front office was a whole bunch of egotistical shit going on. Niggas was arrogant, thought they could just, you know what I mean? I don't know what the fuck they thought. You know what I mean? But they made the wrong motherfucking move in getting rid of Jim Harbaugh. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? They should have kept him. Politics like a motherfucker. Politics like a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? That shit was crazy, man. I'm like, come on, man. So, but yeah. Jed York, he got absolutely murdered and obliterated in the media, online, on Twitter. We was just killing this motherfucking ass. And then he finally admitted that he made the wrong move, so he ended up firing the general manager, Trent Baalke. You know what I'm saying? And that didn't make it no worse that he came out and admitted it, because it's like, you got rid of Jim Harbaugh. Now this nigga at Michigan doing big things. You know what I'm saying? You got rid of our fucking coach. You stupid motherfucker. So, but he finally admitted that he was wrong, hired Kyle Shanahan, made the right move, and got out the way and said, y'all handle that. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get out the way. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna get involved like I did the last time. I finally got another good coach. Because I will give Kyle Shanahan that he's a good coach, but how good though? You know what I'm saying? Is he a little overrated? I don't know. I mean, because he only wins with Jimmy G. You know what I mean? This is the same offensive guru and talent scout who drafted C.J. Beathard and Nick Mullins and thought that they was going, I mean, come on, man. Yeah. This man drafted C.J. Beathard, man. Yeah, he did that. Yeah, this is the same coach that drafted C.J. Beathard, thinking that this man was, I mean, I don't know if he thought he was a good NFL quarterback. I mean, come on, man. What did you see in him? And what did you see? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that was just weird. I mean, not only did he draft him, he moved up to draft the nigga to the third round and shit. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, that was just some weird shit. So, I'm just saying, Kyle Shanahan, you still got to get the job done. You know what I'm saying? Like, at least Jim Harbaugh was able to do it with two different quarterbacks. He did it with Alex Smith and then switched and then did it with Colin Kaepernick. So, hey, you know what I'm saying? But now, so we'll see. We will see now this year if Kyle Shanahan made it. So yeah, I'm in agreement, man. Like if I'm upset. And I'm not upset or nothing like that, but I'm saying if I'm don't criticize anybody in this whole ordeal, it's Kyle Shanahan. Rams gonna be strong this year. Yeah, I think the Rams are going to be strong. I do think the Rams are going to be strong. You know what I'm saying? Because they're essentially bringing back the same team. Yeah, because they essentially bringing back the same team. But no, I don't think that they're going to win it again and shit like that. Because I don't look at the Rams now. Now, at the same time, I always forget this. At the same time, before I say this, I have to remember this was their second Super Bowl appearance in like a 3 or 4 year span. You know what I'm saying? And I always forget that because they lost that Super Bowl to the Patriots in 2018. And that was like one of the most boring Super Bowls ever and shit. It was all defense. You know what I mean? I don't know if it was all defense or the offenses was just, you know what I mean? I don't know what the fuck was going on, but the Patriots edged it out 13-3. They didn't even allow a fucking touchdown and shit. You know what I'm saying? I think that was the first time or only the second or third time in Super Bowl history that a team didn't score a touchdown or some shit like that. But yeah, man. But what I was gonna say was, I just don't look at, for example, when Seattle Seahawks was doing their thing in the mid 2010s, like, you know, the early to mid 2010s, you know what I mean? Like 12, 13 when they won the Super Bowl, 14 the next year when they got back to the Super Bowl but lost to the Patriots, you know what I mean? Like that span of like 2011 to 2015, okay, even though they only won one Super Bowl, they got to 2 Super Bowls. The Seattle Seahawks, because that defense was like somewhat legendary, like you felt like every year they was gonna be a problem. They had to what they call them up there, the 12th man up in Seattle. Man, you could hear it off through the motherfucking TV watching the game. Them motherfuckers was loud than a bitch. You know what I'm saying? Them niggas was loud to the bitch. You know what I'm saying? So, man, you felt that, okay, this is kind of like a little mini dynasty that these niggas got going right here. You know what I'm saying? Seattle. With the LA Rams, I don't get that feeling. I get more of a, if I'm gonna take it to another sport and give an example, I look at them like a 2011 Dallas Mavericks kind of like this a team, or a 2004 Detroit Pistons. You know what I mean? A team that won. Now I know the Pistons, they did go to 4 straight Eastern Conference Finals, and they did go to back-to-back NBA Finals, even though they only won one. But still, you know, it was just that one. You know what I mean? So I look at the Rams more like that, like a team that everything lined up for them. You know what I'm saying? Everything lined up for them last year. The Super Bowl was in LA. You know what I'm saying? You know, everything just lined up for them. You know what I mean? And they ended up pulling it out in the end. You know what I'm saying? But I don't. Now, I mean, I would say, okay, if the Rams was to win the Super Bowl this year, again, back-to-back, I would be surprised, because the last back-to-back Super Bowl winners was the Patriots in 2003 and 2004. You know what I'm saying? It's been other close motherfuckers. You know what I mean? Seahawks almost did it in 13 and 14. Patriots almost did it in 16 and 17 and 18, because they won it in 16, lost it in 17, and won it in 18. You know what I'm saying? So them motherfuckers almost three-peated and shit. You know what I'm saying? But it's not like teams don't go back to back like that. You know what I'm saying? And you know, for the most part in the NFL. So I would be surprised if they win it, but I won't like. I still feel like they're going to be strong. They're not my pick to win the Super Bowl, but I still feel like they'll be strong as far as I see them, possibly is getting as far as maybe like the NFC Championship or maybe around before that or something like that. But I just feel like it's going to go a little different for them this year for whatever reason. Yeah, man, it's definitely time for us to, man, I've been disappointed by our last two. I've been disappointed by our last two Super Bowl appearances, man. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. We got a good squad. So this is the last thing I'm gonna say about the whole Trey Lance, Jimmy G thing, right? My whole thing was this, and this is kind of going back to the fans, and talking about what they don't know. You know what I'm saying? But for all of the like a lot of fans and even some media members, locally in the Bay Area or whatever, made it seem like replacing Jimmy G with Trey Lance is going to make it to where, okay, we just going to just pick up right where we left off and just go right back to the Super Bowl and it just don't work like that, because what I see from Trey Lance is he has more of the physical tools than Jimmy G. You know what I'm saying? And maybe, a year or two down the line with more experience in his mentals and his cerebralness will catch up to his physical capabilities. But I just feel like what Jimmy G got on him is just, like I said, that experience and just knowing how to read them defenses and just knowing how to process shit, you know what I'm saying? And you know what I mean? And just doing it like that, because so that was my only thing. It's just like I felt like my prediction was that the Niners is gonna take a step back this year. You know what I mean? With Trey Lance at the helm. That just was my prediction, because I'm looking at realistic shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm not looking at it from a crazed, fanatic 49ers fan point of view. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm a fan, but I'm not a fan that's just like, oh, just because this is my team, I'm just going to say they just going to win. Nah. I'm looking at it like, if you look at the history of the NFL, like a player like, yeah, being realistic is important, man. You gotta have a realistic view of the situation, man, so you're not too disappointed at the end. You know what I mean? But they lose common sense. They lose common sense because it's their team. You know what I mean? And it's just like, it's no different than a man or a woman in a relationship. You love somebody, so when you get in an argument or whatever, you know what I mean? Like, you lose all control because you emotional and you say things you don't mean, and you're not thinking clearly because you emotional. It's the same thing with a fan that's not thinking logical. So I looked at it like, the Niners are going to take a step back, because if you look at the history of the NFL, a player like somebody like Patrick Mahomes is a rarity. You don't just come in and immediately just go for 5,000 yards and 50 motherfucking touchdowns and go to the AFC Championship and you just off and running. And that's how they've been talking about. I know how they've been talking about Trey Lance in the media nationally now. You know what I'm saying? But locally, they've been talking about this fool like that for a year now. And I'm just like, bro, we got to give these young players time to develop. Y'all trying to put too much on. Y'all trying to make it like he the next Patrick Mahomes or something. You know what I'm saying? So I just know that young players don't just come into the league and just take it over like that and just go to the Super. So what that's telling me is we're going to take a step back, because we was in the NFC Championship game last year. Like, people they just think like you're not just supposed to be there. You know what I'm saying? You're not just, even if we got a great roster. We got a Super Bowl caliber roster. We're probably one of the best rosters, one of the best teams in the league this year. That don't mean nothing. That don't guarantee you're going to make the playoffs, nothing. You know what I'm saying? You got to go out there and put the work in and win the games. You know what I'm saying? So, for me, and with the quarterback position being, as a lot was saying, I do kind of agree that the quarterback position is probably the most important position in all of like professional sports. Because, and if your quarterback is mediocre or below average or just flat out bad, like you putting the rest of the team at risk as far as like the how good they could be. You know what I'm saying? So, and it's not nothing with Trey Lance. Like he's just inexperienced. That's all I'm saying. It's just inexperienced. That's what I don't see, what these fans don't see. How do y'all look at a player that's came from what, North Dakota State University? Like, all I know is who they say went there. Carson Wentz went there, but I think it's North Dakota State University. I think that's like Division 2 or 3. You know what I'm saying? So he's not playing against a lot of NFL talent. And then he didn't even play like his whole last year because of the pandemic and all that. So he's very inexperienced. And you can see, he has some good moments. He had 1 or 2 good moments in the preseason, and it's only preseason. So I ain't gonna put too much in the preseason. But still, you can see, even in the preseason, that he's a young player. So he gonna have some struggles. I expect that. I'm willing to give him that rope. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, for the fans and all that felt like he just gonna just hit the ground running. Like, they finna be in for I hope he do. I hope he do hit the ground running. And I hope I'm absolutely wrong. You know what I'm saying? But I believe they're gonna be in for a rude awakening. And I think he'll get better as the season goes along. He'll get he gonna have some good moments, he gonna have some shaky moments. But gradually he's gonna get better as the season goes along, because he's gonna gain more experience as the games come and go. And then, depending on where we at and how we finish the season next year, we're going to really see I believe we're going to really see a better Trey Lance, because now he's going to be coming into the year. He would have a full season of starting up under his belt. He's going to feel more comfortable. When you feel more comfortable, you more confident. So he's going to come in feeling like, okay, I know more now. Last year it was my first year starting, so I didn't really kind of know what to expect. Now I know what to expect. I know what to prepare for. I know what I need to do to make myself, the best possible player that I can be for my team and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So he's going to be better next year, but this year he's going to gradually get better. So I had said that my prediction for us, we got 17 games now. So I had said that the Niners were going to be with Trey Lance. This is before we knew Jimmy G was going to still be on the team. You know what I'm saying? Now, shit, who knows? Kyle Shanahan, hey, he may fuck around, like I said, after 6 games, if we 2-4, hey, he may be like, Jimmy G, you up, boy? You know what I'm saying? So we'll see. But hopefully that, it don't go like that. But I realistically, I don't, my bad as a 49er fan, but I predicted like a 9-8, no better than 10-7. But more realistically, kind of like thinking like 9-8, 8-9 kind of season for the Niners with Trey Lance. That's just what I see. Just because he's young and he inexperienced. I hope I'm wrong. You know what I'm saying? But that's just what I see. It's gonna be a lot of ups and downs. Yeah, you know what I mean? I just, because man, like when just simply from inexperience. That's it. Not from the standpoint of, oh, he's trash. He can't do this. He can't throw. He obviously got a monster arm. You feel me? He got that. His legs. He got that running capability. You know what I'm saying? To where you know what I mean? He can scramble and get out of harmful. He just got to know, when to get down. So all the physical tools is there like a motherfucker, man. Like you know what I mean? Once the mental, you know what I mean, and everything he's seeing out there catch up to the physical, then I think what Kyle Shanahan is seeing and what he could potentially be is gonna be, man, it's gonna be something. Yeah, nah, Jimmy gonna do his thing. Jimmy gonna support him. You know what I'm saying? Jimmy definitely gonna be there to support him and you know what I mean, pat him on the back, you know what I mean, and all that. You know what I'm saying? So nah, Jimmy definitely gonna be there to support him, because that's just the type of guy Jimmy is. And that's why I fuck with him. You know what I'm saying? It's like Steph Curry in a way. Motherfuckers gonna slander him and say all this dumb shit that they shouldn't say. You know what I mean? He's just gonna let it brush off his shoulders and just keep doing his thing and just keep being the stand-up guy that he is. But yeah, man. Yeah, man, that's pretty much all I had to say about it, man. You know what I mean? I just felt like, so, like I said, Kyle Shanahan is my coach, and I fuck with him, obviously. But I just feel like it's some pressure on Trey Lance now. I'm glad that we still got Jimmy G as a fan. You know what I mean? The last live game I've been to, was a preseason 49ers game, probably like 2 seasons ago. It was like, it was the season before the pandemic. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I go. I just haven't been to no games in like a season or two. You know what I'm saying? I'm actually I'm from East Palo Alto. I'm actually in San Jose. You know what I'm saying? But East Palo Alto is the same city where Devontae Adams is from. The wide receiver for the Las Vegas Raiders, who used to play for the Green Bay Packers. Yeah, we both from the same little city, right over there by Stanford and Palo Alto and all that. City called East Palo Alto. So yeah, man. Yeah, I'm in San Jose. I'm in the South Bay. Yeah, no doubt, man. You know what I mean? No doubt, it's all good. Where I'm at right now, where I live is actually by like 10 minutes driving distance from Levi Stadium, where the 49ers play. Like, I'm always over there just driving by the stadium, you know what I'm saying, working or whatever. If I walk to the corner right now, to the little corner store over there where the gas station is at, I can look in the distance and see Levi Stadium. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man. Definitely shout out to everybody in Australia, man. You feel me? It was good talking to you, man. Good interaction. NFL season is here, so we got a quiet weekend next weekend. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, we got a quiet weekend next weekend, and then it's finna get turned up all the way, man. I'm finna be live, you know what I mean? Just giving my thoughts throughout the whole NFL season. You already know it's gonna be hella storylines. You know what I mean? Because obviously I'm gonna talk about the Niners, because that's my team. But I don't just talk about the Niners. I talk about the whole league. So You can go back and watch some of my other content too. You feel me? But yeah, NFL, NBA. For sure, yeah, for sure, my man. For sure, definitely, man. One love for the subscription. And yep, I'm gonna tap in though, man. I just wanted to get my little thoughts on this one right here on the little Jimmy G. It's still with the Niners situation. Shocking news because we all thought he was gone, but yeah, I'm gonna tap in. Snax on Sports. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get at y'all on the next one. Shout out to everybody in Australia.